about to do for the warm-up, okay? So, starting nice and light, just rolling. A little bit of momentum, okay? And starting to act. Hip control to work us up. Okay? That's the beginning. Then we stretch up. Do 0 momentum rolls. Okay. Up. Switching feet. So you're comfortable here, start working higher. Okay. Trying to get hips off the ground. Trying to get up to a single shoulder so I can turn here. Okay. I don't want my head to touch. Just want to get to a shoulder. Get comfortable with that. Okay, just a nice switch. Then from here, last one. This, so I come up. We're ready to try that?
Sir.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, continuing kind of how we warmed up, we're going to work some basics tonight, and we're going to start with an armbar from the guard. We're going to start with just a fun way to work it. So, the way we work this is I'm in here, he's got hands on, right? So I'm just going to take this, his job is to be here while I work the movement. So I'm going to come in, snuff box inside the leg to here. Leg comes out, come around. Make sense? Mm-hmm. It's just back and forth. Let's go, 3, 2, 1. So starting from that same place, just gonna look at being in here, and the function that I'm looking for is just coming in, what we kind of talked about a little bit, is that this anchor and moving the body, whatever, it's not so much hooking and pulling, though that helps, it's really getting the body turned. So if you're flexible, you try to do this, but the angle's wrong. So what I need to do from here is turn here. Okay. I want to get perpendicular to that shoulder like that so that I can take that down. So turning the body, super important. Here. I want to keep this pulled, extend my hips, sit up and switch, then come back down and bridge that out. Kind of makes sense, maybe a little bit. Sir. The angle is important. Once my hips are off the ground, I'm trying to keep my hips off the ground. So even when I was doing the earlier drill, once my hips are here, they're staying up, right? So up, down, and then taking the arm. So let's try armbar from the guard. 3, 2, 1. So we're working the sequence of the armbar, triangle. I first learned the armbar, triangle, armbar. We'll look at that, but then there's armbar, triangle, omoplata. We'll look at that as well. So starting in the same place, hips high, right? This is a space that I'm trying to work with here. So what I'm looking to do is get turned here. It's just some details we were talking about. So I want this, I want this, okay? His escape to this is to get rid of that arm, okay? So that's a place that we can work from. The other escape that he's got here too is as he's doing that is to start to press in and stack me out, right? So get rid of that arm, stack me out. That's when I start coming into the triangle. So let's look at this from the beginning. And we'll kind of turn it. Maybe this is the angle. We'll find out. Okay, so here, so he pulls the arm, starts to step back in. I take back the other direction. Okay? A terrible setup. I keep knocking you off balance. Okay, so let's test your base. Let's get you a good base first. Okay? Here. Good. As he comes in, this is what I'm looking for. Is to set this high and in here. Okay? If he's got my gi, I've got to get rid of that. Pull this down. Now I'm looking to see if I can get this action here. Okay? Not necessarily straight to this. Here's the setup. Then I can lock that deep. Take that out. Okay. From here, if he's stacking into me, then I've got to make sure that I'm locking this out. So I get this space. If this isn't working, I turn more and get perpendicular. Because what I don't want for the triangle, okay, is when I go for it, I'll just get rid of one here. Okay? If all of my force is just on his back, this is a good place to be to kind of hold, but it doesn't suck, does it? No, so no. So he's got options. Okay? And I don't want his arm on this side, at least not right now. So I want it over here, but I also want to get turned over. Okay? So now there's nothing stopping this from chopping into his neck. And there it is. Okay? Armbar to that. Just so we go ahead, we'll kind of work into this. We'll just kind of look at where these are. So we'll look at the rest. So I'm coming in for this armbar, I get for that. Okay. Going for the triangle. If he's posturing up, trying to take that away, I can switch back this other way. Take this armbar instead. Okay. The other option that I've got, the other way that this drill works. So one for this, he pulls that out. I come back this way for the triangle. Okay. If he starts to stack in, I can continue further. And there's the armbar. Now we'll look at the Omoplata. Another way to manage that triangle position is for him to try to get this arm off into my side so that, because what I need for that triangle is to get this across here. So sometimes I try to tuck it here. So instead I need to go back this way, cut down into the shoulder. Now sit up and forward. Okay. That's just kind of that armbar, triangle, armbar, or armbar, triangle, Omoplata series. So, okay, so we'll kill the camera, we'll just work some details, and we'll wrap it out. Okay, 3, 2, 1.